Hello, this is Unseen Future here. Hello YouTube, gamers, gankers, shitters, and the like. Uh, yeah, I'm just gonna try my hand at commentary. Me and my buddy are having a little 2v2 co-op session here at level 65, and I'm gonna put it in the title of the video. This guy he's kind of he's all about the 2v2 as you've seen when we first got started. And of course he's whooping me pretty good right here with that thrusting sword, and I realized real quick that Great Spear is not going to cut it against this guy. The guy's competent, seems to be a decent player. Above average, I consider myself above average. I consider, he's probably on my level or even higher. But as soon as the odds weren't in his favor, you see he becomes a track star. He is gone. And I automatically tell my buddy, hey, let's 1v1 this guy. You can already tell he's going to be the type that he just, as soon as it's not in his favor, he's going to hit the road. But this guy is really going to turn out to be a toxic player. He uses a lot of G9 phrases. We end up talking, or we end up messaging each other. Because I'm trying to tell him, hey, let's 1v1. I won't jump in, or my buddy won't jump in. We'll fight you fair. And he starts talking smack immediately. Just your average stuff. Outplayed and saved. Using this guy is. I think he believes that he is on the skill level of G9. He is nowhere near that skill level. You know why I know that? It's because I'm nowhere near that skill level. And I whoop him pretty good here. So he seems to oblige at first that, hey, I'll fight you 1v1, right? Until you'll notice whenever I start getting the upper hand and start beating him, you can see he just swings out a hit stun like 6 times right there. And the guy, he has a little bit of latency, so sometimes you'll see later on in the video that actually works. Like he'll swing out a hit stun when I should have priority. He takes priority, and I think it's because of the latency, because you'll see him skip around a little bit from time to time. And he also, he starts to heal him, first. He starts healing. So, of course, we're going to heal as well, or I'm going to heal. My buddy's sitting back watching. He's not getting involved. I messed up right here. I should have, this guy's in my world for like 45 minutes. So I messed up. I should have chased him down and finished him off. And you'll see I make a bunch of mistakes in here as it goes on. Because he kind of comes across as he wants to duel. But then as soon as he's losing, it's track star time. And he don't try to, he's not swapping or anything. I mean, he's just, look at him, it's just gone. Let me get a heal off, let me swap my inventory, whatever he needs to do, right? I have no problem with this at first. The only thing I don't think about is we got TT on, Taunter's Tongue, and my buddy's in the back killing invaders, giving this guy flask after flask after flask. So that's another mistake I made. With a player like this, you might as well just turn TT off, 1v1 him, let him win, you win, whatever happens, right? So, yeah, now he brings out the shield. I know a parry is probably coming, so I'm going to be really, really careful here. But, my mistakes and latency and leaving that TT on makes this invasion last forever. I cut it down to like 25, 26 minutes, and that's cutting out all the invaders he left hanging. There was probably 10 invaders that came in while this is going on that die because this guy leaves them hanging and just does not come and help them. And here in just a second, I think I swapped to the Zweihander, and because, I don't want to get parried and let this guy win this invasion. At this point, it's become a matter of a principle. I want this guy done. He's already, aggravated. My buddy's only got a certain amount of time at this point. It's late his time. He's only going to play an hour, and this thing lasts 45 minutes. Pretty much waste a whole entire session with this guy. Instead of 2v2s, we're dealing with this guy. But I get the upper hand on him quite a few times here. And I just make mistakes on pressure. I should have pressured more. Finished this guy off. I wasn't thinking about Totter's tongue being on, so and yeah, you'll see him skip there. There he goes, a little skippy. So sometimes sometimes it's great, sometimes it's bad. And not too bad, but just enough to let him get out of danger. See, there comes a hill for him and me. Uh, I didn't figure out what he was doing, but what he's doing, and I figure it out later actually. He's got the Blessed Do Talisman. And what he's doing when he's running away like this is he's just, equipping it, unequipping it rapidly to get health back faster. And you'll really notice it when he has the shield on his back, the big shield that heals you that G9 and a lot of popular streamers like to use. So now he's bringing out the whip. And I don't realize that this is the whip from the DLC because it doesn't affect me right now with this, maybe having hyper armor. But here we go again. Run, run, run. Okay, my buddy has just got fed up. He tells me, we're on a voice call together. He tells me, screw this. I'm taking this guy out. So he pulls out the Bobo, which I just said, okay, that's fine, Let's just get rid of this guy. He's going to waste all this time. It's going to take forever because he's just, there he goes. He's going to run. Right now he's probably clicking that button, equipping, unequipping. Right now he's trying to survive, though, because the bone bow's out. So, like I said, I mess up on chase downs, the Totter's tongue. He's trying to take us into some enemies, which they really don't affect us, so it's not that big of a deal. But as we go, right here in just a second, I have a good chance to finish him right here. And it gives me a false backstab because of this guy's latency, and any second now. I'm waiting for it. I'm going to swap and try to use the heavy thrusting sword. And then here comes a regular red that, you can tell the guy is just, fairly new or, not that skilled. But what does he do? He comes in and does what you're supposed to do as a red and saves that other red. Saves his butt. Now watch what happens to this red. He gets destroyed. I just start playing with him, trying to get a parry, just messing around, because I know this guy's, I'm going to let him heal. I'm going to give him plenty of opportunity, and, just try to get some parries. But guess what happened? That red just bailed. Leaves this guy hung out to dry. And it's, even with both of us just playing around, this guy has no chance. That's what I meant. I think I said earlier in the video that, well, no, I don't think I've said this yet. The other red, the red that I've been talking about this whole time, he's the type of red that I think pretty much everybody dislikes. Number one, any PvEer that's getting into PvP, he's that type that's going to teabag, throw, shit pots on them, send them messages, point down, the whole 9 yards. And the reason I know this is I'll explain later. But then, and other reds are going to dislike him because he's going to leave them hung out to dry. He doesn't care. There is, like I said, I only included a few to shorten the time of the video of invaders coming in. This guy is so far away out in the middle of the lake that he couldn't even get back if he wanted to. But he doesn't want to. He doesn't care. He's just using them for heals at this point. And, to me, a good red's going to at least try to help, be a teammate and help out. So anyways, I cut to, this has been going on forever at this point. I've messaged this guy now. Now I've messaged him. I tell him, hey man, come back. You can fight my Phantom, my buddy here. And he says, and what it is, at one point I resummoned my buddy because he does kill my buddy one time. And I resummoned my buddy because my buddy wants a rematch. And I told him that, hey, my buddy wants a rematch. Hey, come back. I won't get involved. And then he starts talking the maddest crap, you're just trash. yada yada yada, outplayed and saved. Saying things that really didn't even happen. Like I never really got outplayed by this guy to the point where I needed to be saved. Except maybe at the beginning when I had that great spear. Fine. But, you know, I let this go on. The only problem is I've still got Taunter's Tongue on, so we get 2 or 3 invaders while this is going on, and it just gives him flasks, so he just gets to last longer and longer and longer. And just to mention, this guy pretended like he wanted to duel, but he was always the first one to start healing. So we just, you know, we healed along beside the guy. I mean, why not? So this goes on for quite a while. Uh, my buddy tries to fight him, and I'm sitting here just trying to watch. I can't even get close. If I walk anywhere where he thinks I'm coming too close, he will take off running, which I cut some of that out too of the video, just to try to shorten the time of this video, my first commentary video. I didn't want it to be too long, and it's still too long. But see, I turn off TT finally, and think, okay, I'll turn off TT. And since this other guy comes in, and this whole time I'm not thinking about the guys getting flask, which he is. So I'll go over here and fight this guy. Yeah, this is just a newer player, you know, just seems to be getting into it. Because he's pretty, you know, just immediately, you know, we're going to get the parry here and finish him off. And then, like I said, the whole time I'm not thinking, here's another flash for the guy. So, but yeah, you see how I do. I bow to these guys, or I'll wave, I'll say hi, whatever. Rarely do I ever point down or do any kind of stuff like that, unless the player's being toxic. But back to the thing. But anyways, we're talking, and all I'm saying to the guys will 1v1. And look at this. Nobody's attacking him. He's done took off. Now he's a track star. This guy's using a poison whip against my buddy. And my buddy backs up enough to get his poison bolus off, and then is right back in the fight. This guy, he's gone. He's got to go and do whatever he's doing. Like I said, I think he thinks he's G9, but he swaps at the speed of a snail. And my swaps are not that fast, but you'll see here when I start fighting him, that my swaps, I don't never just leave him completely. Now you'll see at the very end I do, because I actually run out of healing. I actually make a ton of mistakes. I start getting frustrated. I start making huge mistakes, getting hit over and over. But at the same time, you'll see like I'm trying to micro space this whip, and sometimes it works perfectly. And look, here I am. I'm an idiot. I turned Taunter's Tongue back on. I'm just stupid. But anyways, I'm trying to microspace this guy's stuff, and you'll see it later in the video whenever I start fighting him. That it works really good when the latency, it seems to go. Maybe it's Wi-Fi or something. I don't know, because sometimes it works perfectly, and I'll outspace him, get a punish, things like that, and then the next time he does it, or next 2 or 3 times that he does it, I may get hit, and I feel like I'm outspacing, you know, I'm still spacing exactly the same as I was before. So latency does play a part in this. This guy, I begin to wonder if this guy wasn't one of his buddies just delivering Estus for him, because this guy walks in, he's not doing Vari's quest line, he's already got it, Vari's mask, so this guy just walks up, I kill him, and then about this time, my buddy gets killed by the guy. So here we go. So now it's 1v1. I was like, do you want to try again? Do you want to go out? By this time, my buddy's frustrated. At this point, it's like 10 o'clock my time, but like 5 in the morning his time. He's tired. He only had an hour to play. He's a little aggravated at this point because of this guy. You know, this is only a like 20-something minute video, right? But he was in our world for 45 minutes plus. So this guy, we've run him all over the place. It's just crazy. So we start fighting here, and like I said, I'll try not to talk the rest of this video here. I'm just going to wrap it up here in just a minute, but You'll see at the end of the video, I do a little toxic stuff to him towards the end, but the reason being is because he talked mad trash in the comment or in my messages, and at this point I was like, I'm gonna beat this guy one way or another. I'm gonna beat this guy. And there's the true combo. I didn't realize this was the DLC whip, by the way, the DLC whip. So, but you'll begin to see some mistakes on my part, some good plays on my part, some good plays on his part. But you'll see the latency when, like, I'm purposely trying to trade at points, and so that I can come out of hit stun and use hyper armor to try to, hit him a few times. Oh, see, now he's starting to be a smart aleck and clapping at me. See, now I think that should have been a trade. So I don't, maybe not. So that should have been a trade. But I'm thinking latency has a little part to do with this. So he's clapping again. So he thinks he's some hot crap, And I'm just like, I'm annoyed. We're both annoyed by this point. I'm still on the voice call with my buddy. Say, I thought that should have been a trade. So I'm, the latency's playing a part. But see, that's what I was expecting to happen a lot of those other times. Now I misspaced the whip a lot. But I'm on the voice call with my buddy. We're both annoyed, and at one point, I'm almost just gonna let him win at this, But then my buddy's like, "No, don't do that." So I'm like, "All right, I'm following through. We're gonna get rid of this guy." So here in a second, I'm like, "Okay, we're gonna use a trick out of Stolovsky's book. Shout out to Stolovsky. I'm gonna use the Roar Medallion. I'm gonna get set up for Patas with, I think it's Barbaric Roar on it. And I'm trying to space this. It looks like I have it spaced, but I'm getting hit. So, and then sometimes it looks like I'm standing at exactly the same distance, and I don't get hit. So I it's kind of hard to read. But anyways, I'm like, okay, this has got to finish him off, surely. But he's using a true combo, so now I've got me a true combo with some hyper armor. And this is going to go on for quite a few more minutes. And I'll just let y'all be the judge of what you did. But like I said, I think this player is the type that's going to teabag, point down, send you messages, talk a bunch of trash, especially if he wins. We do block this player because this co-op session we wanted 2v2 then turns into this. Which, you don't mind sometimes, but this is just like, to me, that was beautiful. He didn't see that coming at all. And right here, out of stam, can't finish him off. I'm like, crap. But anywho, But to me, this is the kind of player that will turn new players that are in PvP away from PvP because of the way he's talking. And see, I mismanaged damage. And right here is where it goes south for me a little bit. I get frustrated, make a ton of mistakes, but I do come back in the end, and we do get this guy. And I am a little toxic to him back. I never said a word to him in the messages. I was always nice and respectful in the message when we were talking back and forth, even though he was talking all kinds of mad trash to us. See, I felt like that should have been outspaced as well. But, yeah, like I said, this is going to go on for a few more minutes. I'll let y'all guys finish the video. And about the toxic part. I think this guy is the type that really, the PvEers that try to get into PvP and run into somebody like this, that's going to send you messages, going to be a smart aleck and clap at you and things like that. Just being a butthole to you. He's going to turn those guys away, and then like new reds will get turned away because, hey, well, why is this guy not helping me? I think experienced players are going to be annoyed by this guy because he just bails. He'll bail on them, bail on any invader. He only tried to help the first invader. A guy comes and saves him from getting beat. He leaves him hung out to dry and he dies. So I'm assuming the other reds would be like, because I'm an invader at heart. I invade more than I do anything else. and people like this guy annoy you because he's supposed to help bail you out or help you out in a 2v1 situation. This guy, like I said, let 10 plus reds die, and then I cut out of the video just to shorten it. Okay, and then even blues are gonna get annoyed by it. Like basically anybody that comes in contact with this guy is going to dislike him, and it's gonna ruin the new experience of some players and cause them not to want to PvP because of, you know, the negativity he will do, the toxicity stuff he'll do, whatever you want to call it. Now, experienced players like us that have played it for a long period of time, we know this is just the way Elden Ring is. Like, say I screwed up so much I run completely out of healing, but anywho. But yeah, I just think this is the type of player that really nobody likes or cares for because of he almost like expects you not to heal while he's healing, expects you not to 2v1 him, and even though he'll 2v1 you, it's like he's got these arbitrary rules in his head that somehow everybody's supposed to know. He's just one of those players. But let me know what you think. It's my first commentary video. I rambled and rambled and rambled, I know. I'm just trying my hand at it. I believe I'll get better as we go. I'm going to try to grow the channel and see if I can't, you know, even make better and better videos as I go. You know, hopefully everyone likes it. I appreciate all the views and any of the subs that I do have. I appreciate it. I appreciate my buddy. Go check out his channel as well. I'll put the link in the description and may put it in the title as well. Like I said, leave a comment. Tell me if you like it. Tell me if you don't like it. Happy New Year to everybody. This is my first video of 2025, and it's got commentary. So, but yeah, I hope to see you guys in Invasions or co-op. Y'all have a good New Year's, and I guess that's it. I will talk to you guys later. Enjoy the rest of the video, and thank you.